IHN Show. Welcome back to the IHN Show for episode number 3. As always, here with my good friend Andy.
Ready to go, episode 3.
Well, I didn't say absolutely
last time. That's alright.
That's okay. If this is new, so I'll just explain. IHN Show, Indycar, Hockey, NASCAR, show, podcast, whatever the hell you want to call it, don't care. As long as you watch it, that's fine.
Yep.
That's all that matters. So, we didn't do it last week because it's 4th of July, we were on vacation, we were camping, so we didn't have 2 episodes last week, which was kind of the most unfortunate, worst timing to not have 2 episodes.
Exactly. But we've got a lot to cover today. This show should be an hour and a half. It should be.
It might even be pushing 2. Because we have 2 races, 2 NASCAR races.
To cover.
Yes. We have NHL free agency.
A metric butt ton.
Yeah, cluster F, that's going on.
Uh-huh.
And then we have the IndyCar race from Iowa this past weekend we're recording this on Monday, so yesterday on Sunday, the 8th of July, excuse me.
Yep.
So, to which I say wasn't the most exciting race, but I like the finish that happened to it. So, let's jump into IndyCar right away. So, like I said, the IndyCar race was at Iowa, sorry. I'm writing down stuff as I go for editing.
That's alright.
Oh, well, now I'm putting everything out of order. Is this my first time doing it?
Must be.
Just my 3rd.
Well, 3's a charm.
Well, it's not the charm right now. It's kind of sucking to be at it if you want to.
Must be opposite day.
Who can?
Good Lord.
Something's opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the race was at Iowa. It's a 7/8 of a mile asphalt track, of course. 300 laps, not 300 miles. It'll only end up being like 262 and some change or whatever it was. But let me go to my thingy.
Winner.
My notes. Yes, the winner of the race was James Hinchcliffe, the Canadian, who led 45 out of the 300 laps. Started 11th. I believe his teammate, Spencer Pigot, I think it is. Don't know. Spencer Pigot finished 2nd. He started 18th. I'm getting this off of NBC Sports, not affiliated. Joseph Newgarden. Now this is the weird part of how the race ended, because IndyCar doesn't do what NASCAR did. Quit digging with your glass, would you?
Sorry.
IndyCar doesn't do what NASCAR did. You know how NASCAR does their crappy overtime thing, which whatever. Actually I was right. 262.5 miles. Anyways, I'm jumping around right now, but they don't do that. Like, the race runs 300 laps. That's it.
Yep.
You don't run any more laps than 300 or 500 or how many laps it is.
Yeah.
They don't run more.
They
will finish the race under caution if it happens to end up
necessary.
Like that. Yes. Well, not nothing. Anyways, they don't try to they try to, but they don't try to extreme lengths to finish the race under green. It just if it so happens finishes under yellow, it so fast happens to finish under yellow. So, with about, I think, when the race started, Will Power won the pole. He was on the pole with an insane speed of like 183 point whatever. It was like,
unreal.
They're just hauling around. They just
haul
haul around Iowa. They haul anywhere.
Yep.
But he won the pole. His teammate Joseph Newgarden started 2nd, and when the green flag went, Newgarden, he took off.
Yep.
He was gone. He checked out. I think he lapped everybody except 3 people.
Wow.
Not including himself. He got up to 5th place. He lapped the 5th place car.
Wow.
And he probably would have lapped the entire field had a caution not come out.
Yeah.
I think Zach Veach, he got up into the gray and went into the wall, so they threw a caution for that. And so, then they re-rack him after they go down pit road. And it's an old racing service, so it chews up tires for lunch, breakfast. Let me try that again. It chews up tires for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yep.
So obviously, if one car goes on pit road, they're all going to go down pit road. It was funny because IndyCar does the same thing as NASCAR, where the lead lap cars will go down pit road first.
Yep.
And 4 guys went down pit road for lead lap cars.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else went in after that.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was just pretty comical that 4 cars went down lead lap. And you're like, oh, I guess that many people went down to go get new tires under caution. Well, that's because not that many people were left on the lead lap.
Mm-hmm.
So then they restarted racing, and I can't remember what lap number it is. It's somewhere around the 40 to 45 lap mark. Because Joseph Newgarden, he continued to lead the race. He didn't stretch it out as far as he did. I mean, on James Hinchcliffe, he started from 11th, and he went, like, right to the front. He was, like, on a mission from God. He was second a lot of the race. And with about 45 laps to go, he caught up to Joseph Newgarden, who didn't have that much of a lead on James Hinchcliffe to begin with. Not as much as he did before the caution, which got up to, like, almost an entire, like, I think it was 11 seconds. So, and considering they only pull 17, 18-second laps, or maybe, it was about 20-second laps.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty much got a half a track on him.
Mm-hmm.
Lead. But then James Hinchcliffe, classic IndyCar, get a run off turn 2, use push to pass, go right around him and kind of slide job in turn 3, gets the lead, and then he takes off. James Hinchcliffe takes off. With about, I think it was 6 laps to go, who was it?
Some guy.
Yeah, it was some guy.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Because it wasn't. Crap. This is going to annoy me for a while now.
Yeah, the rest of the show.
Uh-huh. I can't remember.
We'll be talking about it, and then we'll be talking about something else, and then it'll come to his mind. Something completely off topic. Yeah. Anyway.
Was it? No, it wasn't him, was it? Crap. This totally slips from my mind, but I'm not gonna name any names because I can't remember who it was. But coming out of turn 2, somebody got loose. They spun the car, and Takuma Sato actually came by, hit him, and actually saved it for him. I think it was Ed Carpenter who spun.
Oh, wow.
And obviously a piece of debris came off the car because, IndyCar's made out of, like, paper and Scotch tape.
Yeah.
When it comes to parts connected.
Uh-huh.
So there's a big old piece of debris laying right in the middle of the track. So I throw the caution for that with about 5 or 6 laps to go. And people, because MECSN does the races for the rest of the year, and the commentators were saying, are they going to open the pits to let them go down pit road? But if they do, will they have enough time to let the lap down cars go down, let them pit too, and then also re-rack the cars and go again? Or are they just going to close the pits? Okay, line them up and let's go. And while they opened the pits, and Joseph Newgarden was in second, James Hinchcliffe was in first. They get all that jazz. And they were deciding, do we pit? Are they going to restart the race? Because if they don't restart the race, there's no point in pitting because they're just going to finish under caution. If you go to pit, then you're just losing points, essentially. You're just losing positions, even though you couldn't really finish more. It's considering who was ever 6th on back was all a lap down. But So, I believe James Hinchcliffe and Spencer Pigot stayed out. I believe Takuma Sato, Joseph Newgarden, and Robert Wickens, they went into the pits because they were assuming they were going to start the race up for like 1 or 2 laps, sprint to the finish. Well, they didn't start the race, so Joseph Newgarden threw away a podium finish, and so did Robert Wickens. They threw away a 2nd and 3rd place finish because they assumed they were going to get the race started, but with like 2 laps to go, they were coming to get the white flag, or coming with 2 laps to go, and if they were going to go back racing, they would have shut off the pace car laps. Well, they didn't, so that pretty much guaranteed the race was over.
Yep.
And then they came to the white flag, and the pace car lights were still, and then, pace car was still on the track. So, and James Hinchcliffe was actually going to come into the pits, but he didn't. They decided not to, because they were like, there's only 4 laps left. Do we? Are they going to? No? Okay, let's stay out. Good plan. So, and considering James Hinchcliffe this year, because 33 cars is how many? This is going back a month and 2 months, 3 months. 33 cars are allowed to race in the Indy 500. And there was, I think, 36 entries this year. And so there was Bump Day, the classic Bump Day. Who makes it, who goes home? Well, James Hinchcliffe was the one who went. One of the big name guys who went home.
Great.
So his season was okay, and then it went, from there. Well, with this win at Iowa, this will help bring his season back up.
Yep.
But like I said earlier, James Hinch goes first. He led 45 laps, got 51 points. I don't completely understand how IndyCar does their point system. It's kind of screwy. Spencer Pigot got second. Good run for him because he's kind of in an underfunded team. He got 40 points and actually did all 300 laps. Takuma Sato, which was last year's 2017's Indy 500 winner. He again did all 300 laps, led 3 laps and got 36 points and was third to finish off the podium. And Joseph Newgarden led 229 out of the 300 laps.
Holy cow.
Got 35 points. He started second, so pretty much he was up front. He started up front. He was up front all day long.
Yep.
And then he was up front behind people, still up front, and then behind lap car. Yeah, whatever.
Uh-huh.
He got fourth. Robert Wickens finishes out the lead lap cars that did all 300 laps. And he led 0 laps for 30 points. And then after that, it's just
people that were lapped down.
Yeah, it's a gong show of people like Will Power 6th, Graham Rahal 7th, Simon Pagenaud 8th, Alexander Rossi 9th, Ed Carpenter 10th, Sebastian Bourdais 11th, Scott Dixon 12th, Ed Jones 13th, 14th was Charlie Kimball, 15th Max Chilton, 16th Marco Andretti, and Tony Kanaan was 17th, 18th was Zachary Clayman DeMallo. 19th is Ryan Hunter-Reay. 20th is Zach Veach. 21st was Gabby Chavez, and 22nd was Mateus Leist. Yeah, so that's kind of how that breaks down for the IndyCar results. I need to know my standings. Where's my standings? There's a standings button. Standings wise, Scott Dixon is still first with 411 points. Behind him, 33 points behind. I know, you're bored out of your mind.
Yes, that's okay.
Just settle down.
I'm fine.
Okay, 33 points behind Scott Dixon is Joseph Newgarden, who was up to, they showed on screen, I think he was up to like 17 behind, but since he didn't win the race, he lost that many points.
Great.
And he probably would have had like 20 or 10, 15 more points if he wouldn't have got tires, but it's whatever. It's how it happened. It's how it happened. Alexander Rossi is 41 points behind with 370 in third. Ryan Hunter-Reay is fourth with 52 points at 359. Will Power fifth, 53 points back at 358. Robert Wickens is sixth with 107 points back in 304, along with Graham Rahal, and also in technically sixth, who's tied with Robert Wickens at 107 points back, 304 total. Eighth is this past week's winner is James Hinchcliffe with 131 points in the rears, 280 points overall. 1 point behind him is Simon Pagenaud with 132 points behind, 279 overall, and 10th is Sebastian Bourdais at 157 points behind, 254 overall. Pretty much if you're not in the top 10 with only like 7 races left, you're not going to win the championship. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, really, the people that are like contending are obviously Scott Dixon because he's first. Yep. Joseph Newgarden, who was last year's winner, who actually went on a tear last year in the last 9 races.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Rossi and Ryan Hunter-Reay and Will Power. Pretty much them because they're within 50-ish or so points. Mm-hmm. You get to Robert Wickens and Graham Rahal in 6th at 107. They're kind of out of it unless like they win the Mega Millions in Powerball like 4 times over. Yeah. So they would have to win races, and those 5 guys would have to do like really crappy. It's just the odds are just not. It's possible, but the odds not there.
Slim to none.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's pretty much how the IndyCar race like that. Like I said, that one I watched. And like it was a somewhat intriguing race, but it was also somewhat boring because like at the beginning of the race, Joseph Newgarden again he took off, so it's like, well, if the race stays green, he's gonna totally walk away with this win. But pretty much what saved this race was Zach Veach getting into the wall and the caution coming out. That saved the race because if that wouldn't have happened, most likely Joseph Newgarden. Joseph Newgarden would have won the race, hands down. He probably would have lapped the entire field. Mm-hmm. It would have been a total gong show. So, yeah, that's pretty much how the IndyCar race went. Next week's race, or no, I don't think they have a race. No, I think they do.
Who knows?
It's either next week or 2 weeks from now.
As you can tell, look that up.
Yeah. As you can tell, I'm very
prepared.
Yes, as prepared as it was last time.
Not very.
Yeah. Oh, I love how I could just scroll up and hit the schedule button. Instead, I decided to type it into a new tab. Yay!
Oops!
Yeah. And it actually comes up not next. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Oh, upcoming races. What's the 8th? So, yes, next week. The rest of the races are at NBCSN. There are 6 races left. And the next race is, I believe that's Sunday. Yes, Sunday, July 15th at 3:35 p.m. for the Honda Indy Toronto Grand Prix on the streets of Toronto.
Nice.
Last year's winner was Joseph Newgarden. Oh,
Oh, there you go. What are the odds?
Here's a little tidbit for you.
2-1.
Yeah. Okay, so like I said, last year Joseph Newgarden went on the tear last 9 races. Okay, within the last 6 races last year, he won half of them.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Also, big news that's happened a couple weeks ago, actually, and I'm just not just reading it now. I'm just reading it now. Yeah, reading it now.
Yeah.
ISM Raceway, also known as Phoenix International Raceway, which was on the schedule for the IndyCar race for the past few years now, is not going to be on the schedule next year.
No kidding.
It's being dropped. So that means, because IndyCar only hits tracks once besides the little asterisk by Indianapolis when they do the Indianapolis 500 and the Grand Prix of Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So, but they're dropping Phoenix.
Oh, great.
And so there is talk. I mean, they obviously want to keep the 17 race schedule.
Yep.
But it's also what can we replace with Phoenix? Because Phoenix is the second race of the year. In fact, this year it was on April 7th. So it's fairly early in the year. I mean, so it's kind of like the NASCAR thing where it's like they go to Daytona, they hit a lot of the southern and western tracks at the beginning of the year because they start in February and they can't really go, the second race of the year is going to be Richmond on
Michigan.
Yeah,
up north.
Yeah, Michigan on like February 28th. What? Are you stupid?
Tracks all covered in snow.
Yeah, we're just gonna be doing drifts out there. Are you stupid? NASCAR, they'd probably do
Gonna
something.
race on ice.
Yeah,
with
stock
cars.
Yeah, knowing NASCAR, they'd probably do something stupid like that.
Absolutely.
So there is, you could do the Circuit of the Americas, which is in Austin, Texas, but you could also say, because IndyCar is not as big as NASCAR.
Yeah.
That's a forgiven, which you could sort of see that at the Iowa race this past weekend. But also, they also say that they're probably going to move that back to a Saturday night race because they got more fans.
Oh.
Which I don't know why they would move it from a Saturday night in the first place. It's like, Why? If you sell out crowds on Saturday, let's move it to Sunday. Why? It makes no sense. So, again, Circuit of the Americas, which is down in Austin, Texas, I believe, which is not too terribly far from Texas Motor Speedway, which is also what IndyCar goes to shortly after, not too long after they go to Phoenix. So they kind of need to find either a western track or like a southern track that they can go to, where because they don't want it to be like -20 out there with a -40 wind chill. Like at Michigan or like somewhere in like New England or something, something stupid like that. I say just put them on, give them tires, put them restrictor plates, and let them go around Daytona.
Yeah.
No. I don't know where they could go. I could say, I don't know. I'm like thinking of like southern NASCAR tracks, which is kind of what I have to not think of, but that's only what I can think of. Like you have Homestead, Miami, which is where IndyCar has been before.
Yeah.
You have Richmond, which they have been before.
Yep.
They've been to Fontana, and I don't know why they stopped going to Fontana. Probably because nobody showed up. Unfortunately, because they hauled around Fontana. Oh my god.
It was great.
I would wonder what it would be like if they went to Atlanta.
That would be insane.
I don't know. It would be interesting because Atlanta is like Iowa. It has severe tire damage. It has severe tire fall off. Like if you watch NASCAR there, they get fresh tires and like 10 laps into a run, they're already like a second and a half slower. Then by the end of the run, they're like 3 seconds slower. Not 33. 3. Just 3 seconds. So I wonder how IndyCar would fare up at Atlanta. Just because people could say, well, it's similar to Texas. It is, but it isn't. Mm-hmm. Texas now with the screwy first turns 1 and 2 with them being shallower and wider. I don't know why they did that, but and also Texas is a freshly repaved track. Atlanta is like 100-year-old racing service.
Uh-huh.
You know? It's an old track. You know, it wears on tires. So I could see that being a very interesting race because Atlanta is also a fast racetrack. So that's my 2 cents for IndyCar. Yeah, we'll see how it goes out from there.
Anyway.
Yeah, now on to hockey.
Now we're on to the good stuff right here.
Yeah, on to the stuff that somebody cares about, actually.
Absolutely.
So, okay, that's...
Now, did you want to get right into the way with the biggest news, or did you want to do team by team in alphabetical order?
Oh, hit it with the big news first.
Oh, well, and then you don't mind me starting off, do you?
No, I don't mind.
All right, ladies and gerbs. Biggest talk about free agency.
If you've been under a rock.
Yeah, John Tavares. Oh my gosh, what was it? And how many years did he sign?
As you can tell, we're also very prepared for this, too.
Yeah, how many years did John Tavares... Was it 4 years? Or 3 years he signed?
I don't know, I can find it right here. 7-year contract.
7-year what is it? Oh, $11 million per year, right?
$77 million.
Total. John Tavares. My prediction was right, ladies and gentlemen, and then that just gave it away. If you saw the last episode, he signed with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be watching them this season.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be a threat.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Give me my pen back unless you're going to use it. Don't break it.
No.
I'm going to break you.
I really hope Toronto could win the cup this year. What is it? How long has it been since they last won a cup? 51 years now?
55 years ago.
I thought it was 51.
I think it's 55.
I don't know. We're going to have to look that up, too.
Mm-hmm.
55? I say 51.
Last time. Because they actually have more cups than Detroit. They have 13 Stanley Cups.
Yeah, how many do we have? 12?
11.
Oh.
Wow, you're a diehard Red Wings fan.
I is.
I love Google. I love how it enters in the search box. Last time Toronto won Stanley Cup. Not a Stanley Cup. 1967.
1967 minus 2018 is 51.
Okay, so it is 51.
Yep.
Oh, look at you. Oh, smart.
I is.
Shut up. Alright, so this is off of the NHL trade tracker because honestly, there's so trade tracker and signings and free agent. Well, no, I read that wrong. Free agency tracker because there is so many free agents.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's like galore out there.
Yeah.
You can go ham for the teams that have cap space.
Yeah. And like some of these I didn't know about because like I have the NHL app and so they would send me updates. Obviously the big update was John Tavares signs with Toronto.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but okay, that's number 3.
Yeah.
Now I just totally lost my train of thought. Thanks.
Oh,
yeah. So it doesn't tell me every single free agent signing because it'd be just going bing, 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 like all day long. I'd be like,
that's
shut
it.
up.
Keep racking them in.
Yeah. So, we're gonna go down. This is like I said off the NHL.com website.
Yeah.
Also, Rasmus Dahlin signed a 3-year entry-level contract with Sabres.
No surprise.
No
surprise. Yeah, same with
would've...
Philip Sedina,
yeah,
too.
No surprise. Oh, never would have guessed that.
Oh, yeah.
Entry-level, like $925,000. Like, the bare minimum for entry-level.
Yeah. 3 years, right?
Entry-level's 3-year contract.
Yeah.
Because after that, he's probably going to want, like, 11, 12.
10. Yeah, 11, 12, 10.
Depending on, unless he sucks.
13.
He could be a total, like, first-round dud.
Yeah, but the first overall pick...
Could still be a dud.
He could, yeah, but the odds of that are slim to none.
It's rare, but it is,
yeah.
We'll start with the Anaheim Ducks. They signed Luke Schenn. I believe he played for Philly to a 1-year contract.
Oh, was it Luke Schenn or Braden Schenn? Because
Luke.
Yeah.
It says right down here, Luke. Braden Schenn paid for Philly. That's what it was. Yeah. I'm reading this. Thanks. Look what you have done.
I don't know how this works. Oh, there we go.
Keep your fingers off my screen. Brian Gibbons signs a 1-year contract with the Ducks. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Carter Roney signs a 3-year contract with them. Don't quite know who that is either. Anti Roden, Ben Street from the Grand Rapids Griffins, and Jared Caro from the Grand Rapids Griffins sign with the Ducks.
Coral's fine. Street, no.
What's wrong with that?
Oh my gosh, Street was great. I loved him.
Yeah? He also was a team hopper. He couldn't decide where he wanted to live for more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
You know how many teams he's played for since 2011? Like, this is like his 4th team.
Wow.
It's the 5th team. It's nuts. It's like, dude, pick one and stay.
Yeah.
I think he's honestly just playing for championships, which I don't like players who do that. They jumped around for teams. It's like, pick a team.
Yeah.
Like, you stay there for this team sucks. So you didn't even get time for them to bet in. And Andre Suster signs a 1-year contract with the Ducks. I have no idea how many of these are for, how much money this is for, because it doesn't tell me. It just tells me how many years. Free agents. I don't know what any of this means.
I don't know either.
Okay, we'll just skip down. We'll just do.
Yeah, we'll just do the teams.
Arizona Coyotes, they signed Michael Grabner to a 3-year contract, Brad Richardson to a 2-year, and Dakota Mermis to a 1-year.
Michael Grabner, I've never heard of those last two.
Me neither.
Who's next?
They
Boston?
They must be like AHL players. Yeah, Boston signs Yaroslav Halak to a 2-year contract, which is good because Rask was being overplayed.
Yeah, he was.
He was playing. I think.
He's getting way too old.
Who? Halak?
Rask? Yeah.
Are you stupid?
Is he like? Well, how old is he? 41?
Are you stupid?
No.
Do you want me to jump across this table and smack you?
No.
He's like in his late 20s.
Rask?
Yeah.
I thought he was like 35.
No. He's 31.
Oh, good lord.
He's still in his prime.
Dang.
I mean, a few years he'll be out of his prime, but...
Yeah.
Yaroslav Halak, he's getting up there, but that would be a good... He's not...
Backup.
For sure he's a backup. Because Rask played, I think, 60-some-odd games, which is way too much for a starting goaltender.
Yeah.
John Moore signs a 5-year contract with the Bruins.
Wow.
They announced 7 transactions.
Whatever that is.
I'll click on it. They signed forward Chris Wagner, Joachim Nordstrom,
wow.
Cody Gulabeff, Mark McNeil, Axel Anderson.
Whoever I've heard of Nordstrom before. Whoever these guys are.
Hold on,
that
one. McNeil,
I think that's about it for
Nordstrom, Wagner. Yeah, that's it. So, and then they also signed Sean Cruley and Anton Leith.
However you pronounce that.
It doesn't tell me how many years, so...
I don't know.
He re-signed, and so did... Okay, so Buffalo Sabres, they signed Carter Hutton to a 3-year, Scott Wilson to a 2-year, and Scott Wedgwood to a 1-year. Carter Hutton and Scott Wedgwood are both goalies.
Yeah.
Mostly because Robin Leonard went to... We'll find out that later.
Yeah.
The Calgary Flames. Derek Ryan signs a 3-year with them. Austin Sarsnick and Dalton Prout signed contracts.
Dalton Prout.
Prout, yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Signed contracts with them. Tyler Grovak and Alan Quine signed contracts along with James Neal.
James, the real deal Neal. Good lord.
Signs a 5-year contract with them.
Flames.
Why would you go to the Flames, dude? What is the matter with you?
Exactly.
You went from a team that was in the
a Stanley Cup contender finals
to a team that didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah. What the heck? Kind of crap.
You can't say, "Well, they weren't offering enough money." They had money up the ass.
Wazoo.
Up the ass in Vegas.
Yeah.
Buddy Robinson signs a 2-year with the Flames. I have no idea who the Buddy Robinson is.
I think I've heard of him, but I don't know.
DeHaan signs a 4... Oh, I'm sorry. Carolina Hurricanes. DeHaan signs a 4-year contract with the Canes.
Our very own.
Peter Mrazek. Mrazek signs terms with the Hurricanes. Doesn't tell me any years. Dan Renouf signs a 1-year contract, and Trevor Van Riemsdyk signs a 2-year contract with the Canes.
Wow.
Again, why would you go to a team like that?
Yeah.
What the hell's the matter with you?
Speaking of Hurricanes.
Yeah, speaking of dumpster fires.
Yeah.
Chicago Blackhawks, hint.
Yeah.
They signed a 1-year contract with Cam Ward, a 1-year contract with Chris Kunitz.
Hey, from our very own Ferris State.
And a 2-year contract with Brandon Manning. Brandon Manning, not related to Peyton Manning.
Not yet. At
least we don't know.
Yeah.
Still haven't got the results on that one. Colorado Avalanche.
Our
Ian
very
Cole.
own rivals.
Well, back in the 90s.
Back in the day.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Early 2000s. Ian Cole signs a 3-year contract with the Avalanche. Matt Calvert signs a 3-year contract with the Avalanche. Joe Cantana and Scott, you give it a whack on that last name.
Cosmachuk.
Cosmachuk signs a 1-year contract, and Matt Nieto signs a 2-year contract with the Kings.
Yeah,
Avalanche. Sorry.
Here we go. Holy.
Yeah, the Blue Jackets have been busy. Here, you give it a whack on the Blue Jackets.
Okay, Columbus Blue
Don't
Jacket.
touch the screen.
Tommy Cross, 1 year. Whoever, never heard of him. Adam Clendenning.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, not Glendetting. Clendenning. 1 year.
Clen.
Yeah.
With a C.
Dylan Simpson, 2 years, whoever that is. Riley Nash, not Rick Nash, Riley Nash, who played for Boston back in the day. 3 year. Anthony Duclair, used to play for the Yotes, now is for the Blue Jackets for 1 year. And Boone Jenner, 4-year contract with the Boone Jenner. Not, I don't think related to Bruce Jenner.
You mean Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah, that too.
I wouldn't want to be related.
Exactly.
Dallas
Look
Stars.
at Dallas.
You like the Dallas Stars?
Holy crap. Yeah, my second favorite team. Here we go. Joel Hanley, 1 year, whoever that is. Michael Mersch, 2 year. Roman Polak, veteran defenseman, used to play for the Maple Leafs, 1 year. Anton Hudobin, that was a big one.
Khudobin, yeah.
Yeah, Hudobin used to play
Khudobin.
for the Boston Bruins. Blake Comeau used to play for the Avalanche, 3 years. Wow. Eric Condra, whoever that is, 1 year. Remy Ellie, they re-signed him for 1 year, and Jason Dickinson, 1 year. And now, it's time for our very own
Yeah, Detroit Red Wings.
Detroit Red Wings.
Mike Green signs with them for a 2-year contract, even though I think he signed the day of free agency. Jonathan Bernier signs a 3-year contract with the Wings. Thomas Vanek signs a 1-year contract. Welcome back with the Red Wings.
Yep.
Megan Chelios and Satari signed 1-year contracts. I think that's coaches.
I have no clue.
I would assume so because I see the name Chelios. And Athanasiou signs a 2-year contract.
Yeah, I like Chris Chelios. Yeah.
They still the free agents. Oh, I see how this list works now. Because right now, Detroit still has to sign Larkin, Mantha, Matt
Plemple. Wow.
What did you just say?
I said Plemple.
Pumple.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. That's how you pronounce it.
First I thought you said Plemple.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I said pimple. I'm like, no, not that.
I thought you said Plemple. I'm like, where did you get the first L?
L.
There's
No.
Because they still have to also sign Adam Almquist, David Booth, Colin Campbell. They've already signed Mike Green.
Yeah.
Tom McCollum,
Damn,
Matt
greedy.
Laredo.
He went to New York Islanders.
Settle down.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Ben Street obviously went to Anaheim, and they still have to sign Eric Tangrady. Coro went to... You already knew Ben Street went to Anaheim.
Yeah, I
That was
know.
the first on the list.
Yeah, I know. Sucks.
Coro went to Anaheim. They still have to sign Turner Elson. And a couple other guys still have to resign. Dan Renouf went to Carolina.
And Machovsky.
Okay, let's go. Edmonton Oilers. Tobias Ryder.
Wow.
Signs 1-year contract. Kevin Gravel. He's pretty gravelly. Signs a contract with them. Kyle Brodziak signs a 2-year. And Ryan Strome also signs a 2-year with the Oilers.
Nice.
Okay. Florida Panthers. Jared McCann, 2-year contract. Michael Hutchinson, 1 year.
Nice.
I would assume Paul Thompson and Jacob McDonald are coaches.
Yep.
And Alexander
Petrovich, yeah.
Petrovic signs a 1 year with them.
Nice.
Next are the Kings. They've been pretty quiet. Just Ilya Kovalchuk signed a 3 year. That was even before. That was before even free agency started.
Exactly. That's great.
Yes, very good for him.
Awesome.
So yeah, that happened like a week or so before free agency. Minnesota's been busy.
Holy cow.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
8. JT Brown, 2-year contract.
Nice. What? Oh, I do the next one? Oh.
Yeah.
Greg Patterin, 3-year.
Mike Lionbass, a 2-year.
Andrew Hammond, nice.
That's the Hamburglar.
The Hamburg. Oh, yeah. 2-year.
Eric Furr, 1-year contract.
Fair.
What did I say? Furr?
Yeah.
Oh.
Next is Matt Hendricks, 1 year.
Another Matt Which I said like bat, like
Bat, yeah.
But I said like Bart and Bass, so it was like Mart.
Huh?
Matt Barkowski, 1 year.
And last, Nick Sealer, 1 year.
That was for the Minnesota Wild. They still have to sign Matt Dumba and Jason Zucker.
Wow.
Ooh.
Zach Palmquist, Kyle Kinsey,
But I
Daniel
think
Winnick.
those guys are restricted because they are FAs, free agents. So those are restricted. So they can only talk to Minnesota as of right now.
Yeah.
But they still have to sign Kyle Quincy because apparently they've learned that he sucks.
Yep.
And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Next is the Montreal Canadiens. Thomas Plekanec, 1 year contract with him.
Oh, welcome back. Look at that. Nice. Kenny Agostino, 1 year.
Matthew Pekka, 2 year contract.
Michael Chaput, 2 year.
Xavier
Ouellet, our very own,
out of the contract. 1 year.
And lastly, Jacob De La Rose, 2 year.
He played with the Canadiens last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he re-signed.
He just waited till free agency.
Yeah.
Smashville Predators.
Smashville.
Connor Brickley, 1 year.
Rocco Gribaldi, 1 year.
Jared Tornady.
Tenorti.
Shorty. 1 year.
Short. Yeah, that's his last name, Shorty. Last, Zach Rinaldo, 1 year.
So, but those are all sound like AHL guys.
Yeah.
New Jersey Devils.
Quiet.
Yes, fairly quiet. Eric Gryba, 1 year.
John Ramage, 1 year.
And Curtis Gabriel, 1 year. Who else do they have to sign?
Blake Coleman.
Really?
Yeah, he's the one I've heard about all of them.
They don't have to really sign that many big name players. I guess Patrick Maroon.
Patrick Maroon, not Ramon, Maroon.
Drew
Stafford.
Words are hard today.
Yep, Drew Stafford's another big one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
New York Islanders.
Oh my!
They've been busy. And they married Elastigirl and got busy.
Oh my gosh. Inside jokes.
Yeah. Well, if you've seen The Incredibles, you'd know that.
Oh,
joke.
yeah.
Valtteri Filppula, 1 year contract.
Our very own. Oh, wow. I just heard of this now. Leo Komarov used to play for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Goes to the Island for 4 years.
Oh,
wow.
yeah. They just did like a switcheroo with Tavares. They're like, all right, we get Tavares, you get Komarov. All right, good deal. We got the better end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
Thomas Hickey.
Wow.
4 year contract.
Tom Kuhnhackl, 1 year.
I'm going to give you a knuckle here in about a minute.
Here in a minute.
Matt Laredo.
Our very own.
From the Grand Rapids Griffins, signs a 2 year with the New York Islanders. He's going to stay in the AHL, most likely.
Yeah, he'll play for the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. Yep. Christopher Gibson, 2 year.
Seth Helgensen, 2 year.
Mike Sislo, 1 year.
Robin Lehner.
That's who he went to.
1 year contract
with the Islanders.
From the Buffalo Sabres.
Jan Kovar, 1 year. And lastly,
Ross Johnston signs a 4 year contract with them.
Holy crap.
Who do they still have to sign? Brock Nelson.
Oh, wow.
Ryan Pollock.
Nikolai Kulemin.
Dennis Seidenberg.
Oh, he's old.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, John Tavares. Oh, wait, he already went somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
New York Rangers, they've been pretty quiet. They got Vladislav
Nemestikov for 2 years.
Why did I say Vladisvir?
I don't know.
Vladis.
Words are hard.
Yes, I know. And Frederick Kleisen for 1 year.
Whatever, yeah, 1 year. Yeah.
Kleisen.
Who do they... Ryan Spooner.
Jimmy Vesa. Carl Klingberg.
Andre Pavlich.
Not too many big names. Ryan Sproul, I guess you could argue, but no.
That's where he went.
The Senators have also been very quiet. Mike McKenna, 1 year.
And Paul Carey, 1 year.
They still have to sign Mark Stone.
Yeah. Max Reinhart.
And technically, I think they still have to sign Eric Carlson. I don't know why he's not on this list.
Oh, wow. I used to say...
I don't think he's.
Oh my gosh, dude! If he was a free agent, holy cow!
Maybe he's a free agent next year.
That would be
Philadelphia
insane.
Flyer. James Van Riemsdyk, 5 year contract.
Wow. Speaking of Toronto Maple Leafs, Christian Folling, with the Flyers 1 year. Wow.
Alex Lyon re-signs with them for 2 years.
Yep. Christian Folling used to play for the Kings.
Yep. Who do they still have to sign? Johnny Oduya.
Who else?
Colin McDonald, I guess you could. Yeah, not too many big names. Not like Claude Giroux or something.
No, I say their own very own captain.
The one team, the other Philly,
Philly team.
the other Pittsburgh, or crap, the other Pennsylvania team.
Yeah.
Jack Johnson went to them for 5 years.
Wow, from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Matt Cullen, 1 year.
Jimmy Hayes, Zach Trotman, Stephen Elliott, and John Muse all signed 1-year contracts with the other Pennsylvania team.
Wager they're coaches or something.
No, Jimmy Hayes, I don't think so.
Oh, what are their big? Michael Layton. Michael Layton, that's a big one.
Yeah, not too many.
And that's it.
Not really. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
San Jose Sharks re-signed with the San Jose Sharks is Joe Thornton for a 1-year contract.
Jumbo Joe. They re-signed Thomas Hurdle for 4 years.
And they re-signed defenseman DeMello.
Whoever that is.
I've heard of him. Can't remember his first name. They still have to sign Joel Ward.
Chris Tierney.
Yes.
Who else?
Not really. Not much after that.
Joel Ward.
Dylan Molino. That's who. DeMello.
Oh.
Dylan DeMello. The Blues have been busy.
Hey.
Tyler, don't say.
I'm not gonna pronounce his last name yet.
Tyler Bozak signs a 3-year contract with the St. Louis Blues.
From the Toronto Maple Leafs, Chad Johnson, originally from the Buffalo or Calgary, I can't remember. 1 year.
Who's David Perron
from the Vegas Golden Knights.
4-year contract.
Wow. Mac Ekren, however you pronounce that. I don't know who that is. 1 year. Who else?
Fabry signs a 1-year contract.
Ronnie Fabry.
Yeah.
Jordan Nolan. Oh, I think I've heard of him. For 1 year. Two-way. Wow.
So, Oscar Sundqvist, 1 year.
Jordan Bennington, 2 year.
No, you might want to read that
1 year. 1 year, two-way.
Dmitry Jaskin, 1 year. Who do they still have to sign?
Joel Edmondson.
Jordan Schmaltz. Not really. Scotty
Upshaw.
Yeah. Not many after that. Tampa Bay's been somewhat quiet. Stevie Y hasn't been that busy down there.
No kidding.
Cameron Gaunt's 1-year contract.
Kevin Lynch, 1 year.
Slider Kokek,
however you pronounce that.
Or is it Cuckoo?
Oh, I don't know.
Kokeki?
However.
I don't know.
Cedric Paquette, 1 year.
Yeah. So is also Cuckoo.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say his name.
Okay.
Kokeki?
Adam Earn. Jamie McBain.
Oh, yeah, they still have to sign Matthew Bodie.
However you pronounce it.
Maine. Not really.
Anyway.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
We already announced this.
Obviously, they've already signed John Tavares.
Yep.
For a 7-year contract.
Adam Cracknell, that's a hockey player. Josh George, Martin Marison, Jordan Subban, originally from Boston, signs contracts with the Maple Leafs. Doesn't know how many year.
Justin Holl, 2-year.
And Tyler Ennis, 1 year. Nice.
Free agents, William Nylander. Oh, boy.
Frederick Gauthier. Wow, Willie Nee, that's a big one. Yeah. Colin Greening. Joffrey Lupul. Dominic Moore.
Moore's old.
Yeah, he is. Ben Smith.
Yeah. So, I believe Shanahan's the general manager. He has to work still. The Vancouver Canucks, who lost the Sedin brothers.
Yeah.
The Sedin twins.
Yep.
Jay Beagle, 4
from the Washington Capitals.
Yes. One's a Kippen's like, I'm out of here. Jay Beagle, 4-year contract.
Antoine Roussel from your very own Dallas Stars for 4 years.
Tim Schaller, 2-year.
Sven Berchi signs 3 years.
And Darren
Archibald. 1 year, two-way.
Yeah.
Who Vancouver has to sign? Jake Jussi Jokinen. Really? Patrick Weir. Jussi Jokinen from the Panthers.
Well, also Alexander Burrows retired.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's also news, is that Alexander Burrows retired.
The Sedins retired.
Yeah,
that's I used to say.
Pretty much, Vancouver lost their first line.
Yeah.
The Vegas Golden Knights have been sort of busy. Yeah, they've been busy considering the fourth one down to 7 players.
Wow.
Nick Holden signs a contract.
Paul Stastny, that's good. Stastny.
Okay, you said Snastny.
Yeah, Snasty.
Ryan Reeves resigns.
Thank God. 7 players. We gotta click on that and find who
It's
these
probably gonna just
7
list
AHL.
probably.
Uh,
Paul Stastny, Ryan Reeves. Oh, here we go. Brandon Peary, Daniel Carr, Alex Gallant, Curtis McKenzie.
oh wow.
Jimmy Olganovoy or
Oligny.
and
Maxim Lagasse.
goaltenders Maxim Lagasse and Zach
Fucale.
Fucale.
Wow, they got Curtis McKenzie and. Wait a minute. Oh, Vegas picked Curtis McKenzie from. Wait a minute. No, they didn't. They picked Maxim Lagasse from the Stars, and then they got Curtis McKenzie.
He was undrafted, dude.
Yeah.
Lagasse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he went to Texas
No.
for the AHL.
Dude, no. This is at the beginning of the year where Vegas was in a hurt for goaltenders, like when Fleury got hurt, then Subban got hurt, then their second backup got hurt, then their third backup got hurt. They went to this guy who was like playing for like the WHL.
Oh.
Yeah, so. And then Oscar Dansk signed the contract.
Colin Miller, and that's it.
Yeah, 4-year contract.
Oh,
Who they still have to sign? Timo Pulkkinen.
Thibaut Polk. Oh, yeah.
William
Shea Theodore.
William Carlson. George McPhee.
Wow.
You
Mikhail
gotta get busy.
Grabovski.
Our
Our very own Thomas Nozak.
Yeah, that's it. Lucas Spitza.
Oh, Lucas Spiza.
Spiza, you could argue. Washington's been somewhat quiet after.
Quiet, yep.
Nick Dowd, 1-year contract.
Travis Boyd, 2-year.
Jason Megna, Michael Sgarbossa.
Scarbossa.
Yeah, Sgarbossa.
1
1
year.
year.
And Riley Barber.
1 year. They still have to sign Tom Wilson.
Wow.
Not big names after that.
That's it.
The Winnipeg Jets.
Winnipeg.
Luant Brossiat. 1
Lawrence
year.
Brosseau. 1 year. And then the Jets signed 3 players. Well, who are those 3? You gotta list them, people. Come
Dennis Evanberg, Seth Griffith, and Cam Schilling.
on. Seth Griffith
All
from the Florida Panthers.
all 1 years.
And
that's it.
And
then obviously Donlan signs a 3-year contract with
yeah, and then Philip Zadina did the same for the Wings.
Yeah. So that's that in free agency. That's all the teams down in free agency. That actually didn't take as long as I thought, considering we were able to have. Well, I mean, I was just going through through that first part of free agency. There's still a ton of players on there that still have to be re-signed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Obviously, Tavares going to Toronto.
Maple Laughs.
Yeah, not.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be watching them.
It wasn't like it was kind of like one of those things where it's like he's probably gonna go. He's probably not gonna go anywhere else. You know, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like
Yeah.
everybody assumed he was probably gonna go there.
Yeah.
Kind of took your pen away in case you wanted to write stuff down. Like I said, we kind of have
That's fine.
we have like a really crappy setup until we can make some improvements here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there wasn't much.
So we can move on to NASCAR.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much my end of hockey. There wasn't terribly too much to talk about.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, on to NASCAR. Here it is. Oh, I don't want that anymore. And I don't want that anymore. I just want that. Because that already gives me points. Okay. Okay. So, we're gonna go back 2 weeks.
Go back 2 weeks.
We're gonna go back well, a week.
Okay.
A week and a day. We're gonna go back 8 days.
Okay.
To the Overton's 400 at Chicagoland Speedway.
Yep.
I didn't watch the race because it was on NBCSN, which when we were camping we had basic satellite, so we couldn't watch the race, which is very unfortunate.
Yep.
And I wish I would have been able to watch the race, even though we probably could have only been able to watch the last 2 laps. But
Yeah.
yeah. Kyle Larson. I didn't know Chicagoland was much of a fresh tires track as it was. I didn't know fresh tires were important as it was.
Yep.
Kyle Larson running down Kyle Busch, and then trying to do a slide job. Slide job! Slide job!
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
not really pulling it off because Busch had the high line, and then getting into Kyle Busch, and then Kyle Busch getting into the wall. And obviously since Larson went French tires, he kind of just went away from him on the backstretch, but not went away, but pulled ahead of him. And then Kyle Busch, not taking too kindly to Kyle Larson's actions, gonna pay it back.
Yep.
And
give him the bump.
Pretty much dumped him.
Yeah.
And then obviously Kyle Busch goes on to win the race, and then acts like a child in front of the camera and does a babyface thing, which I don't expect.
With puppy eyes.
I don't expect anything less from that crybaby.
Exactly.
From that crybaby. But I loved Kyle Larson's interview, saying that he would, if the roles were switched, that
Larson would have won.
Larson was Kyle Busch was Larson.
Yeah.
So Kyle Busch was running down Kyle Larson. Kyle Busch gets into Larson goes into the wall. Same thing happens.
Larson dumps him.
Just the
flip-flop.
He said he would have done the exact same thing. He's not mad at Kyle because he would have done the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Now, imagine the roles were really flipped.
Yeah.
Imagine the interview with
Kyle
Busch.
Yep.
Oh my. Hell,
it would have broken out.
He would have sounded like the earth was caving in.
The sky was falling.
The sky was falling.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh, the things that would have went down there. Oh, get the camera. Geez. It would have been great. Sons of biscuits. It was the other way around, and it would have happened in real life, and he won, huh?
Yeah.
Figures.
But we didn't get to watch the race, so I didn't write down much notes from this. So we'll just jump to
last week's race. At Daytona.
This last week's race for the 60th annual
Coke
Zero. You aren't gonna say Daytona.
That too.
60th annual Coke Zero Sugar 400.
Oh.
At the Daytona International Speedway, obviously in Daytona Beach, 2.5 mile paved tri-oval. You're gonna like this. The race went into overtime, so it did 168 laps for a total of exactly 420 miles.
Nice.
420. Average speed of 130.435. I'm getting this off of J-Skis because they have a race report, and it's also where I can get information from them. So,
not affiliated.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch that race either because I wish I would have, because apparently it was a total gong show of a race.
Yeah.
Wrecks galore.
On a stick.
I will tell you. Well, if you'd let me scroll.
Okay.
There were 40 cars in the race. There were 41 who went to were in the race. Or 41 that qualified. Timothy Peters ended up going home, which was probably because he probably saved a car and saved money in hindsight. But 19th on back. Didn't finish the race.
Oh,
Less than half the cars that started the race did not finish the race.
Good lord.
Yeah. Now, big names that were stuck up in the one big one on like lap 49 or whatever the hell it was. I don't know when it was. The big one. That took out 25 cars were involved in.
Always happens every single race.
Because of one guy.
Yeah.
Because of Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Yep.
You're not even a quarter of the way into the race. Why are you being so aggressive?
Exactly.
Why? You have no reason to.
Yep.
Because what happened, William Byron was doing what leaders do, play racing now, which sucks, is blocking. And then Brad Keselowski was flying up on William Byron, lifted a little bit, but Stenhouse thinking, I need points, so I'm like 6 laps into the race, I'm just going to wreck half the field. That's a good plan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wrecks half the field. Mm-hmm. A quarter of the cars out of the race. All because of him. He gets away scot-free, which is unfortunate, which karma ended up biting him in the ass later. But big names that were in that wreck. Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and Daniel Suarez. Those were the guys that were in that first big wreck. And it's just unfortunate because Chase Elliott, it was right at the front of the pack.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, Chase Elliott, he was running, I think you could either third or fourth at the time, running on the outside line. And all of a sudden, here comes Keselowski, boom, right into Chase. It's like, he had nothing he could do. You're at the front of the pack. You can't be mad at him. He's like, you're at the front of the pack, and some freaking idiot is racing way too hard at the beginning of the race.
Yep.
Wrecks the person in front of him and then dumps half the field, essentially.
Good Lord.
You just can't fix stupid.
Yeah.
And then there was another wreck, which Stenhouse also caused.
Yeah,
where he was behind William Byron, and he decided that it was a good idea to side draft Kyle Busch, who was in the outside lane. Stenhouse was on the inside lane. Kyle Busch was the first car in the outside lane. Mm-hmm. Stenhouse was the second car in the inside lane. He had no reason to side draft Kyle Busch. Okay? It's not like he was fighting with him for the lead. He was fighting with him for second place when it did not matter at that moment in time.
Yep.
So he slides up, gets a little too close, dumps Kyle Busch, who takes out Byron. Guess who gets away scot-free?
Stenhouse.
He takes off. Yeah, now he ended up winning stage 1 and 2. That causes another wreck to happen, which took out William Byron, Kyle Busch, Corey LaJoie, and Jamie McMurray. And then it ended up being that sometime later, I think it was a total that Stenhouse was involved in 5 wrecks.
Jeez. That'll teach him.
Yeah. 2 of them was his own doing.
Yeah. And then the other 3.
The other 3 was he...
Kyle Busch. No.
Kyle Busch was done after that wreck. No, but the other 3 were just... He happened to be an innocent bystander, which he wasn't so innocent because nobody cared about him.
Yeah.
He was driving like a total...
Gone show.
It was driving like a total bleep.
Insert you-know-what here.
Yeah. What happened, I think, turn 3, Kyle Larson blew a left rear tire, so then he got squarely, and Stenhouse happened to be right there, and he took out Stenhouse, which to many people were like, yeah, he's good. Oh no, he's still fine. He was out of contention. His hood was all buckled up and stuff.
Yeah,
he wasn't gonna win the race. So yeah, that took out Kyle Larson. Paul Menard, he was actually one of the first guys to have an actual caution, but it just what happened, he got turned and then like things happened, but he still ran, and then he ended up guys that also got hung up in other big reps, because in the first overtime there was a big wreck coming right before the start finish line / overtime line to make the race official. They're coming through the tri-oval to do the 1 lap of overtime before it was a white flag, and they decided to we're not done wrecking, so let's hit the wall and hit a few cars. That took out... Well, that was because Bubba Wallace Jr. did the same thing as Stenhouse. Now, this is a different situation. I will explain that right now. People are like, well, Bubba did the same thing as Stenhouse. Why aren't people mad at Bubba? There's a difference between doing that 50 laps into the race and with 2 laps to go.
Yep.
Bubba did the same thing. Is Bubba at fault? Yes, he's still at fault. He ended up being in his own wreck. He created the wreck that he ended up being in.
Yeah.
So that took out Clint Boyer. That took out, I believe, Kevin Harvick. Took out quite a few cars. I think Joey Gase, Landon Castle maybe was part of it. Somebody you're gonna be happy was involved in it. Jimmy Johnson was involved in that wreck.
Yeah, buddy.
I think Trevor Bayne was also involved in that. There was quite a few cars that were involved. And so they re-racked the cars and off they go again. And coming to the line, Eric Jones makes a good move, goes 3 wide, ends up passing him, and wins the race by 1/8 of a second, 0.125 seconds.
Oh my gosh, my dad and I were as happy as can be.
Yeah, so Eric Jones, the old Michigan boy from Byron, Michigan, wins the Coke 400.
For his
Coke
first NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series win.
I wanted Chase Elliott to win a race before Eric Jones. But, like, Chase, he's finished second. He's just had, like, the worst of luck.
Yeah.
I mean, like, his best chances have came at Michigan, Atlanta, or Daytona. Talladega.
Yeah.
And every time he goes to Daytona, Talladega, like this one, he was on the pole. What happened? He's an innocent bystander into some stupidity that's happening in the inside lane. And takes, and
some guy who had the number 17.
Yeah, his number 17, car, and is thinking that there's 1 lap to go, coming to the checkers when they're coming to
50 laps in.
We still have 3/4 of the race left.
Yeah.
And, he's innocent bystander there. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you can't fix stupid. Mm-hmm. There is no class. There is no pill. If you're stupid, you're stupid. I mean, he is from Mississippi. How about this electricity? It's something else, isn't it? So that was the race results from the race. The results from the race. I'll go down the order
for the points.
I'll do. No, this is the results. I'll do top 10. You do the next. You do 10, and I'll do 10, and you do 10.
Oh.
So the first 10 is Eric Jones, who started 29th. Martin Truex Jr. started 13th. AJ Allmendinger,
surprisingly,
who done to blow it up at Sonoma, going from 3rd to 2nd rather than 3rd to 4th. He started 24th. Casey Kane, or as we like to say, Casey Khan.
Yeah.
And the number 95 Lightning McQueen car started 25th or 28th. Chris Buescher, who we like to say Chris Buescher, started 25th. Ty Dillon started 19th, finished 6th. Matt DiBenedetto, very much underfunded team, started 31st, finished 7th. Ryan Newman started 7th, finished 8th, dropped a place. Austin Dillon started 10th, finished 9th, went up a place. Alex Bowman started 2nd, finished 10th. Jeffrey Earnhardt started 34th and finished 11th.
That's insane.
Okay, now I went over my 10, so you just continue on from there.
Finished 12th. Brendan Gong, surprisingly, started 16th. DJ Kennington and the number 96. Holy cow. Rookie, new driver or whatever, started 35th, finished 13th.
He's not a new driver. He's just somebody you don't hear about.
Yeah.
Because it's another underfunded team.
Yeah. Speaking of Bubba, started 22nd and finished 14th. And finished 15th was David Reagan, started 21st. Ray Black Jr. Started 39th, finished 16th. Ricky Stenhouse in that bloody 17 car.
The pride and joy and stupidity of
he finished the same number as his car, and he started 6th. J.J. Yaley, the old-time veteran, started dead last, finished 18th. That's awesome. Kevin Harvick in the number 4, he finished 19th and finished 20th. Who also started 20th, and the number 6 car is Advocare, I think, is his sponsor, Trevor Bayne.
Here it says Performance Plus Ford.
Crap.
Yeah. So
that's the top 20.
They hire Matt Kenseth because Trevor Bayne isn't producing. Well, he sort of is. He didn't finish dead last, but he didn't finish last. We'll go right in the middle. 20th.
Yep.
I'll start 20th. I'll finish
20th. There you go.
So, attaboy. You get
plus 0.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You also get -0. Ross Chastain.
To cancel it out.
Ross Chastain finished 21st, started 33rd in the 15 car. Clint Bowyer, the 14 car, started 9th, finished 22nd. Jimmy Johnson in the 48, obviously, if you haven't been following NASCAR, if you don't know he's in the 48th, you are a dumb NASCAR fan. He started 4th, finished 23rd. Landon Castle in the number 99 Wayne Gretzky car. Started 37th, finished 24th. Joey Gase and the 00 Buckshot Jones finished 25th, started 36th. Get out of there. I don't care that my warranty expired. I already knew that on June 14th when it expired.
Laptop voodoo.
Yeah. Michael McDowell, the number 34, started 8th, finished 26th. He dropped a lot. Eric Almirola started 26th, finished 27th in the 10 car. Paul Menard
gained 2 spots.
The 21 Wood Brothers Ford started 30th, finished 28th, and Kyle Larson, the number 42, started 14th and finished 29th. And Jamie McMurray, the number 1 Uno car, so I don't have to draw another card.
Yep.
Started 26th and finished 30th. That's your top 30.
Started 27th. Yeah. In the number 72, Corey LaJoie finished 31st. William Byron finished 32nd. Kyle Busch finished 33rd.
Woo-hoo!
Chase Elliott on the pole finished 34th.
No.
Figures.
Yeah, because of the stupidity
of the number 17 car.
The number of the inside lane number 17 car.
Yeah, and Daniel Suarez started 32nd, gets a -3, finished 35th. Brad Keselowski started third, finished 36th. Kurt Busch finished 37th. Denny Hamlin, 38th. Joey Logano, 39th. And Ryan Blaney, dang it, finished last.
Finished dead nuts last.
Sucks. And that's it.
Yeah, no, that's not it. We still have to talk a little bit more. Stage 1 top 10 were Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman, Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon, and Alex Bowman. Stage 2 top 10, there are some new cars and there's some old cars. You have, once again, the stupidity of the number 17 car. The 34, Chris Buescher. Alex Bowman in the 88, 95, Lightning McQueen car of Casey Kahan. I looked at the 13 and I almost said Casey Mears.
Yeah.
Even though we used to say Casey Smears because he always smears the wall.
Smears the wall.
Yeah. Ty Dillon in the 13, 48, Jimmy Johnson. The 42 of Kyle Larson, the 3 of Austin Dillon, the 6 of Trevor Bayne, and the 31 of Ryan Newman. Eric Jones won the race. People that dropped to the rear of the field was the 19th of Daniel Suarez, the 99 I think it was of Landon Castle, 95 of Lightning McQueen, Casey Kahan, and the 38 of David Reagan. All for unimproved adjustments. As I said earlier, failed to qualify was the number 92 of Timothy Peters.
Great. Anyway.
There were 10 cautions for 46 laps.
Good Lord.
The first caution was between lap 42 and 46. The second caution was the end of stage 1, lap 50 to 52. The number 21 of Paul Menard. That's when he had this little debacle on lap 55, between lap 55 and lap 62. This is when the big wreck happened. This is all the cars that were in it. This was really, they cleaned it up that fast? Between lap 66 and lap 69. They probably went the red flag, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, let's count how many cars were in it. I guess there weren't 25 cars, but there was a lot of cars that were in this wreck. There was Brad Keselowski, the number 2. The number 3 of Austin Dillon. The number 4 of Kevin Harvick. The number 9 of Chase Elliott. The number 10, total brain fart. Oh my god. The number 10 of Eric Almirola. The number 11 of Denny Hamlin. The number 12... Oh my god. I never noticed how many numbers go right number. Like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
The number 12 of Ryan Blaney. The number 13 of Ty Dillon. The number 14 of Clint Boyer. The number 17 of the guy who caused the wreck because he's an idiot of that one dude from Mississippi. We're up to 10 cars. The number 19 of Daniel Suarez. The number 21 of Paul Menard. The number 22 of Joey Logano. The number 41 of Kurt Busch. The number 42 of Kyle Larson. The number 43 of Bubba Wallace Jr. The number 48 of Jimmy Johnson. The number 88 of Alex Bowman. The number 95 of Lightning McQueen, Casey Kahan.
Yep.
The number 72 of Corey LaJoie. We're up to 20 cars. The number 78 of Martin Truex Jr. The number 1 of Jamie McMurray. The number 7 of... Crap, I forgot who's in the number 7.
No.
Well, this was going in, like, numerical order, and then all of a sudden it stopped. So it's like, no!
Well, yeah.
It was going good.
Well, can you look back up? Who was 7?
Yeah, Jeffrey Earnhardt.
That's it.
The number 7 of Jeffrey Earnhardt. The number 15 of... Oh my god, I'm gonna shoot myself. Number 15 of Ross Chastain. It's because these other old guys that don't normally run. That's my problem, is I don't know what number they're in. So that's 24 cars. The number 32 of Matt DiBenedetto, and the number 34 of Michael McDowell. 26 cars were in the turn 3 accident on lap 51, or I'm sorry, no, on lap 66. Yeah. Oops. Jeez. You guys are stupid. Actually, no, that was from lap 55 to 62. Excuse me. I done goofed that one, I think. I don't know. How they have this set up is kind of confusing. The next wreck was either between lap 66 and 69 or lap 82 and 86. Involved in this second wreck of the race was the number 1 of Jamie McMurray, the number 6 of Trevor Bayne, the number 17 of We Don't Care.
Uh-huh.
This was the other wreck that Stenhouse cause. The number 18 of Kyle Busch. The number 20 of Eric Jones, your winner. I think he just got side-slapped a little bit. The number 24 of William Byron. The number 70. The number 72 of Corey LaJoie. That was in turn 4. That was coming out of turn 4, coming towards the tri-oval.
Great.
Oh, come on.
Heartburn.
It's not my heartburn. I just something in my throat.
Something.
There was another wreck between, like I said, that just involved Stenhouse and Larson. There was another wreck that involved the 96 just spinning by himself. Another wreck of the 17 just spinning by himself, because apparently stupidity hasn't been enough for him. There's another wreck where the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, the 10 of Eric Almirola, the 00 of Buckshot Jones, the 00 Joey Gase car, and the 34 of, you guys got Michael McDowell. That was a wreck. And then the other wreck that was coming to the overtime line was the 4 of Kevin Harvick, the 14 of Clint Bowyer, the 43 of Bubba Wallace Jr., the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, the 15 of Ross Chastain, the 6 of Trevor Bayne, the 17 once again of you-know-who, the 62 of Brendan Gaughan, and the 88 of Alex Bowman. That ended up having a red flag. So, that was all the wrecks. Some people's kids. There were 25 lead changes among 16 drivers. Of those, I believe, it looks like it tells me, yeah, the leaders were Elliott, Stenhouse, Kyle Busch, Keselowski, William Byron, Ryan Newman, Alex Bowman, AJ Allmendinger, one of the Dillon brothers, Clint Bowyer, Michael McDowell, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Casey Kahan, and obviously your winner, who led one lap of the race, but the most important lap of the race, Eric Jones.
The last one.
So, now we get into points. Kyle Busch still leads points as of now. And I believe these are probably not finalized points. They probably still have to be adjusted for, penalties that'll come out on Wednesday. But Kyle Busch still leads the points at 749 points, 5 race wins, 5 stage wins for 30 playoff points. Unfortunately.
And that's
pay attention. Kevin Harvick is second. I'm only going to do the top 10 in points. Well, the top 16 because that's the chase. Kevin Harvick, 692, 57 points behind, 5 wins, 9 stage wins, 27 playoff points. Martin Truex Jr., 629, 120 points back, 3 wins, 3 stage wins, 18 playoff points. Joey Logano, 618 points, 131 points behind, 1 win, 2 stage wins, 7 playoff points. I know you're bored out of your mind, just settle down.
That's alright.
5th was Brad Keselowski at 596 points, 153 points behind. 0 wins, 4 stage wins for 4 playoff points. Clint Bowyer 6th at 594 points, 155 points behind, 2 wins, 0 stage wins, and 10 playoff points. 7th is Kurt Busch at 566 points, 183 points back, 0 wins, 2 stage wins, 2 playoff points. Kyle Larson 544 points, 205 points back, 0 wins, 1 stage win, 0 playoff point. How does that work?
Nobody knows.
I think that's a typo. How can you have 0 stage wins but have 1 stage win but 0 playoff points? I think that's a typo. I think it's 1 stage win, 1 playoff point.
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin is 9th, 538 points, 211. Oh, it might have been taken away from him.
Oh.
I think it might have been taken away from him.
And who was that again?
Kyle Larson.
Oh.
That makes sense. Maybe that's not a typo. I know he got a penalty at the beginning of the year. I think they might have taken away his 1 playoff point. Denny Hamlin, 9th, 538 points, 211 points behind the leader, 0 wins, 2 stage wins, 2 playoff points. Eric Almirola rounds out the top 10 for his own car number at 503 points, 246 points behind, 0 wins, 1 stage win, 1 playoff point. Ryan Blaney is 11th, 496 points, 253 points behind, 0 wins, 4 stage wins, 4 playoff points. 12th is Jimmy Johnson, 461 points, 288 points behind, 0 wins, 0 stage wins, 0 playoff points. Your new winner, or your freshly new Byron, Michigan winner, Eric Jones in 13th, 448 points, 301 points behind, 1 win, 0 stage wins, but 5 playoff points because of his win. Chase Elliott, 444 points, 305 points behind, zeros for everything. Alex Bowman is in 15th with 426 points, 323 points behind, 0 wins, 1 stage win, 0 playoff points, supposed to have playoff points taken away from him, and in 16th. I thought he was in 17th. You guys lied to me.
Good night.
16th. The one dude from Mississippi that likes to cause wrecks, who had a police escort to his motorhome after the race, so he didn't get the crap beat out of him.
He was number 17. His car had a white and blue on it.
Yeah. Covered. I don't get it.
Huh?
Covered in white and blue.
His car had a white and blue on it. Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't his still the Fastnell car?
Oh, he was driving the Fifth Third card.
Oh.
I mean, Fifth Third has nothing to do with how he drives. It just
for
that race, Fifth Third's Boston. But yes, he still drives a Fastnell car. But he drove the Fifth Third car that race.
Oh, great.
407 points, 342 points behind, 0 wins. Thank God. 2 stage wins and 2 playoff points. The guy who thinks I need points because I think I'm good enough to win the championship when 2 wins come on super speedway.
50 laps into the race.
Yeah, 2 wins come on super. 2 wins are on super speedways. Both are at one's at Talladega, one's at Daytona. How many super speedway tracks are there in the playoffs?
That would be, I can't remember.
That would be 1.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and that's in the second round or the third round or the second elimination round. It's Talladega unless they moved it because NASCAR likes to be NASCAR and move stuff because no F's given. But there are a total of 62 people that are in the points this year. In fact, there's 14 or 15 people that are 49th on down, I should just pretty much say so, that have 0 points. And one guy has 1 point.
Wow.
One guy.
And his name is?
Cody Ware.
Nice.
Danica Patrick. Not 1, but 2.
2.
And yeah, I just scrolled down the list because I just wanted to see who was on the bottom there. So yeah, that's pretty much how it went. We'll do one last recap of the Xfinity race. This was the finishing. Kyle Larson, Elliott Sadler, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, Kaz Gralla, Shane Lee, Timmy Hill, Daniel Hemrick, Justin Allgaier, Ross Chastain, Michael Annett, Brandon Jones, Ryan Truex, Chad Fincham, Alex LeBay, JJ Yaley, Spencer Boyd, Justin Haley, Vinnie Miller, Matt Tiff, Mark Harmon, Ray Black Jr., Jeff Green, Josh Williams, Cole Custer, Ryan Reed, Ryan Seed, Garrett Smithley, Chase Choice, Untucket Chevrolet.
Nice.
Brandon Hightower. He's not Low Tower. He is the Hightower.
Hightower.
He's not the basement. Tyler Reddick, Joey Gase, Austin Cindric, who went for a ride. Ended up doing a couple flips. Jeremy Clements, David Starr, BJ McLeod, Blake Jones, Cesar Barcalarelli, Ryan Pierce, and John Bilecki. That race took just over 2 hours. The NASCAR race, the Monster Energy race, took only 3 hours for how much crap happened in it. The average speed is actually just as fast. Oh man, the margin of victory, 5/1000ths of a second.
Yeah,
actually,
close call.
The number 24. Where is he?
The number 24.
Number 24, Justin Haley.
Started last, finished 18th. That's
he started
pretty good.
last. Should have won the race.
Yeah, he should have.
He actually won the race.
You're kidding.
Then they took it away from him because apparently he went below the yellow line. I have not seen the video, but I guess what happened... Actually, they ran for the same amount of... I just saw this, but... What happened... What people are saying is because the NASCAR World Super Speedways is you're not allowed to go below the double yellow line and gain positions.
Yep.
Which apparently he did, but people are saying he was already in first from video camera before he went below the yellow line.
Oh, jeez.
But I think NASCAR doesn't go by... But what people aren't getting, though, is when it comes to stuff like that, NASCAR doesn't go by video footage. They go by scoring loops. So by the scoring loop before that, he was probably in second.
Mm-hmm.
But then the start-finish line scoring loop, he was first.
Yep.
And he went below the double, even though, like, he didn't even go over the double yellow line. He was, like, probably that much of his car went over.
Good Lord. Yeah. 2 inches.
Yeah, pretty
Jeez.
much.
Good.
But it's like, people, they only use video for finishing when it's, like, they're in overtime, saying, or like side by side, you know, and then a wreck happens and they've already passed the overtime line, and then they have to use video for that if they don't happen to be over a scoring loop when the caution comes out.
Yeah.
So that's the only time they use video. They wouldn't use video on like that. So my only guess is that the scoring loop before that, he was labeled as second or third because he went 3 wide with the leaders. And then the scoring loop after that, start-finish line, he was labeled as first. So that's the only reason why I would be able to see why he had the win revoked from him. So, anyways, this has been almost an hour and 20 minutes. It's going to be about an hour and 21 minutes. Yep. So, this has been the IHN Show, the Indycar Hockey and NASCAR Show. As for Andy and me, I hope you have a great day. I'd also like to address something. Mario Andretti's wife passed away, I believe, this past weekend.
Oh, no kidding.
You know, if you follow IndyCar, Mario Andretti's a big IndyCar guy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, big IndyCar guy. I mean, like, when you say IndyCar, famous people in IndyCar, the first 2 names probably come to people's mind is Andretti, Unser, and Foyt.
Oh.
So, yeah, Marco Andretti's mom, Mario Andretti's wife, passed away, I believe, this past weekend, or like on Friday. I can't remember what it was from. She's not that terribly old. I think it might have been from a stroke or a heart attack. But, so, our thoughts and prayers with the Andretti family.
Absolutely.
It's unfortunate that something happened like that. But,
yeah.
So, but as for me and for Andy, this has been the IHN Show. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will have another episode for you on Thursday or Friday. We'll have another episode for you on Thursday or Friday, depending on when we get around to recording stuff. There, I have no idea what the hell we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
It might just be like a gong show. Things like, hi, this is like a 5-second episode. Okay, goodbye.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, we'll see you. So, speaking of which, all right, we'll see you.
See ya.